If you hear laughing and boisterousness in the background, well, there's a bit of a ghost tour going on over there, that bunch of people there. Hi folks, and welcome back to my channel, Brummie in the Highlands. Now, I've been here before. I'm at the Church of the Holy Rood in Stirling. Now you can hear the church bells going there. What I'm actually fascinated by today, I did a video a couple of years ago and I called it the Pirates Graveyard, which was a nickname because there was lots of skull and crossbones. Now what we found out is the skull and crossbones carved into the headstones of graves just gives us a reminder of our mortality. But here in the Church of the Holy Rood there's lots more detail to it, and what I want to point out to you are various carvings on the gravestones, on the headstones. And they all mean different things, but I'll give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at today. So I'm just going to take a look at this one here. Now this one's particularly important. This dates back to 1823, but if you look at that you can almost see somebody being stabbed and killed there with a sword. Can you see that? So I would imagine that is how the person in this particular grave met his death, quite violently by the looks of it. Now, in amongst all these, you've also got the Commonwealth war graves as well. Hopefully you can hear me above the church bells there, but some of them date back quite far. There's one here that goes back to 1703. Now, I'll just show you this one. There we go. Now that's got the hourglass on it, in the middle there. You've got the hourglass, which is to remind us that our time on this planet is limited. So we'll keep wandering about, we'll have a quick look. Now this particular one over here, quite clearly you can see a spade and shovel. Now this one dates back to, I'm not sure, something 80. Is that 1580, something like that? Can you see that there? That's quite remarkable, isn't it, that? So that guy would have worked, I would think, on the grounds, digging grounds. He may have even worked at this particular graveyard and dug the graves, who knows. So a lot of these graves dating back years, right, were designed before they died, and they were actually purchased and put into the ground before they actually died. Now there's a good one, look at that one there. That's an ornate cross, isn't it, that one? Now I'm looking also for ones with an upside down 4, number 4, letter 4 on it. Number 4.
Sideways.
Sideways 4, yeah. Because that means they were a merchant. A merchant. So we'll keep looking around, but it's quite incredible. And loads of history here. But if anybody knows any more than this, let me know. Now you've got one with a skull on it. There we go. That's quite clear there. And then if you look just underneath the skull, there's the skull. You'll see the crossbones just sticking out, but obviously the earth's built up and you can't quite see it now. But there we go, skull and crossbones. Right, now let's have a look at this one, because this is the one I was talking about, the number 4. Now here this person was a merchant. Can you see that? There we go. So it gave you an idea of what they did when they were alive, and as I say, they were purchased probably before they were dead. Now there's one interesting one here, and I can't really work out what this one is. It dates back to 1726, I think, and it almost looks like a snake coming back round in a circle, a snake coiled up in a circle, about to bite its tail. Can you see that? So I'm not sure what that would have meant. And then just in the middle as well, every now and again, you've got one of these Commonwealth war graves. There we go, T. Bremner, 31st Battalion, Canadian Infantry. 20th of April 1916, that one, First World War. And then again, if you just look behind it, there you go, you can just about see the skull and crossbones on that one. But very, very interesting indeed. Now the church tower itself, and you're not going to see it too well now because the sun's on it. Now I'm not sure if they're like bullet holes or musket bullet holes on the side of the church there. Can you see them above the big window? You'll just see what looks like bullet marks or musket marks where, you know, shots have been fired, they've missed the target, whatever they're aiming for, maybe that middle window, and it's just left the indentation of the musket ball on the front of the tower there. I'll try and get a bit closer to that to see if you can see it, but I can only imagine that's what they were. There's nothing to tell me that that's the case at all, but I'll try and keep the camera steady there and you'll see evidence of that. Now I've just found this one here, folks. This one goes back to 1696. We can see that quite clearly on there. And again, look at the detail in that. There's the skull at the bottom with the crossbones underneath it. But in the middle of the numbers there, 1696, in the middle of that you've got the hourglass. And that again is to remind us that our time is limited. But we don't do this on gravestones anymore, do we? And then another one here. Again, with the skull and crossbones just about going into the ground there, and again the hourglass. That's quite a common feature. But now if you hear laughing and boisterousness in the background, well, there's a bit of a ghost tour going on over there, that bunch of people there. So we won't encroach on their tour because we haven't paid for one thing, and I don't think they'll be too pleased about that. But yeah, there we go. Some of these, look, are falling over now. They're getting very weathered. And there's a bit of an exposed one there, or a sunken one by the looks of it. But I thought I'd show you this because it's quite interesting. And there's another one there, which has got this number 4, which tells us they were merchants. There we go. Can you see that? Just in the middle there. So they've all got a meaning, haven't they? They've all got a meaning. And look at that one just there. You can see quite clearly the skull and crossbones again, and on that one there. So there we go. I'll leave it there, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed that short video. I mean, we could go on all night about this, couldn't we, really, because it is quite interesting. But we'll leave it there with the church bells in the background here in Stirling at the Church of the Holy Rood. Now if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to hit the little bell for notifications of any future videos, and you can subscribe as well, which is absolutely free. So from me, Brummy in the Highlands, until the next time, I'll see you all again very soon.